What if we could be a donation machine that gives to good cause without ever reducing our money? In Octant V2, a funding vault is a smart contract that lets you earn yield and support public projects at the same time. So this is the flow of the Octant V2. This is like you deposit token like UCC into the vault, and the vault will invest them to adapter like Aave or Morpho, and they got the yield. And your main balance or the principal it will stay safe because only the profit or the yield that come from Aave or Morpho that will be donated to the list of recipients using the donation router. Hello everyone, right now I want to give a tutorial with Octant V2. First, we clone the GitHub in the repository. If you have to clone the GitHub, we can continue with the contract first. So the step is you can go to the contract path, contracts, and you can try to test for the unit test in yield donation strategy that using Octant V2 or test maps contract EDS unit test in PVV. So alright, we have to uh, have the flow of the Octant V2 in deposit flow. First, user is depositing asset in one it, and the shares to user is 182. So for the example, user address is this, and the next step is fork balance before adapter deposit is 1.8. So the next step is fund will be sent to yield adapter for productive investment. This is for the example, and right now is total asset is updated to 1.8, and the last record asset is updated to 1.8. So the flow of the deposit is complete right now, and we move to Octant V2 harvest and donation flow. So the current total asset is 1.18, and the last record asset for my address is 1.8, and the calculate profit for the donation is 182. So this is a profit will be detected. This is the profit will be detected, and we will starting for the donation process. So profit will be withdrawn for yield adapter. It's like Aave or Morpho, and the donation will splitting the profit. So this is the example we the from the total profit that we have before is 1.8, and the number of recipient is 2. So this is the recipient 1 address. This is for example address, and the share is 7,000. It's like 70% from the total profit, and they will have a 0.78. They will receive 0.78 from the yield, and recipient 2 allocation is 3,000. It's like 30%, and they will receive in 0.38. So the total distributed to public goods is 1/8, and the profit donated to public good recipient. This is profit came from yield. They came from AAV or Morpho for the yield it is. So not the user principal, not the token that will deposit before. They come only from yield in Aave or in Morpho. So watermark is updated to 1/8 again, and the user principal is stay. Only the yield was donated. And the next is for test withdrawal. So this same like deposit before, and if user is want to withdraw their principal or their token, they will um, burn the share from the user, and total asset is before withdrawal is to it. This is for the example, and the asset will be transferred to user for to it too. So the principal is secure, and the donation is come only from yield that come from Aave or Morpho fault. So this is the example for the smart contract. In this section, I want to try to deploy this smart contract to local blockchain. It's called Anvil. Anvil. You can try to this Anvil host 0.0.0 chain ID 31330. Then click enter, and this is the private key of the local blockchain. So we can try this private key, and we move to another terminal, and they must to in the path contract. So you can for script deploy local s, so deploy local rpc url http http 127.0.0.85455 private key, and you can pass the your private key here and broadcast and go enter. So we get the deployment summary, and we go to front end and lib and contract address. So we can set the USDC in here, hold in here, and mock the adapter in here, and the donation router in here. Yeah, so the contract is set up, and we want to run the front end. You can go to PNE first. If you have if you haven't to install the front end, you can go PNM install. So if you have to install the front end, you can go to pnpm dev, and yeah, we can go to browser and go to localhost 300 3000, and yeah, don't forget to connect to your wallet first at the box, and the wallet you connect is connected to local chain or local blockchain, so we don't use the like faucet or the fund from the blockchain network. We only use the local blockchain, and we can input in here the min of USDC we want. So I want to input 1 million USDC. Okay, we can deposit. Okay, we can max approach to deposit, and we can do the deposit. So we have to deposit our amount, and we can go to simulate yield. This is for generating yield from the deposit that we have made before. So we success to simulate 100,000 USDC. This is 10% for the amount that we have to deposit before. Yeah, this is the main of the Octant V2 technology. This is the harvest yield. So this is the harvest status. We are have total asset that we made before is 1,100,000 million million 1,100,000 USDC. So this is our watermark is 1 million USDC, and this is the profit that we simulated before. There's a 10% profit from Aave or Morpho for the example. So this is the profit, and this is our balance. So the watermark protection is active. This is the donation breakdown. And because we use the yield donation strategy, the yield is come from the 100,000 USDC. So there is split in 70% and 30%. So the total is 100,000 USDC. And we can harvest the donate, confirm. So yeah, we have to success to harvest the profit we have made before from Aave or Morpho. So we have to success to donate it, and our principal is 100% is protected before, because we only donate the yield, not the principal, and we can withdraw to our principal that we have to make before, withdraw, and yeah, that's complete. So the asset is uh, totally in our wallet. So the principal is secure, and the donates is only come from yield that Aave or Morpho fault do before.